Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Garden State Film Festival 2025. My name is Ming Chen. We're here live at the Shared Universe Podcast Lounge, located at the beautiful Berkeley Oceanfront Hotel, located in the beautiful town of Asbury Park. And we were rolling along today, official day one, or started yesterday, but the majority of the films start today at the Garden State Film Festival. We're just having an amazing time here. And as I always love to do, I love to talk to all the amazing filmmakers that are here at the film festival. I have one of them here. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, hi, I am Devin Seidel, and I am the co-writer, producer, and actress of Love, Danielle.
So there
are other actors, but I'm one of them.
You're wearing like 10 hats in this production.
Yes, I am.
That's amazing. And can you please tell us about Love, Danielle?
Well, it is the first scripted feature film about someone who carries the BRCA gene mutation but has not been diagnosed with cancer. And I know that that's a lot of information and sounds super, super deep, but it is a comedy.
Okay, it's a comedy.
Yes.
Okay.
Lighthearted.
Okay. What can you tell us about the
BRCA gene mutation.
Yes.
So I'm glad you asked,
okay,
Ming. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So Angelina Jolie years ago wrote an op-ed because she has the BRCA gene mutation. And basically everyone is born with two BRCA genes, and they're known as tumor suppressors.
Okay.
And if you have a mutation in one of those or both of those, you are much more susceptible to getting cancer.
Okay.
So I have one of those mutations. Angelina Jolie has one of those mutations, and she did preventative surgery, basically to prevent the occurrence of cancer.
Okay.
So she removed her breasts, she removed her ovaries, her fallopian tubes.
Oh, wow.
She wrote an op-ed about it, and it was an amazing op-ed, but people mostly focused on, her gorgeous body and why would she do that to her body, and why would she
how dare she, like,
exactly
it's her body, but how dare she ruin this for everybody else's enjoyment, or
exactly.
So is that what inspired this?
Well, I mean, I have the mutation as well.
Okay, so you related to
I
her.
personally, this is my personal story. I went through the preventative surgeries. It is a very bizarre decision to have to make, to be like, you know what? I might get cancer, and because of that, I'm going to remove all of these parts of my body.
Preemptive strike, if you will.
Exactly. And they're not easy surgeries, and there are a lot of complications afterwards, and you have to live with a lot of stuff and a lot of medication.
Yeah, I mean, not to
like
mention the physical, hormonal, just stuff you're about, but mental is probably the biggest thing you had to deal with.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what inspired you to document all this? Was it, I mean, you're going to be helping a lot of people. I don't even want to say. I don't even say hopefully it is going to help a lot of people. But what was the initial sparks? Like, I'm going to do this.
I was actually in recovery from my double mastectomy. I'm lying in the hospital bed, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's nothing about this in entertainment, or what, we should do something about it. Yeah. And I started meeting with my co-writer, and we, it's scripted, but I did document as I was going through it. Yeah. So in the credits, there's actually a section that's sort of like a mini doc about what I went through. Yeah. And it was also super important to me to get footage of what my body looked like while I was going through these surgeries. Yeah. So we actually filmed once in 2020, once in 2021, once in 2023.
Okay, so this spans a number of years then.
It does. I wanted to make sure that we got footage of what I looked like going through the surgery. So it's been a long, long process.
Yeah, it's a journey, but I'll document it, and it'll screen here at the film festival. Yeah. When and where are you screening?
We are Sunday, 11:45. It's BK 21. So we're here at the Berkeley Kingsley Ballroom.
BK, Berkeley Kingsley. That's just down the hall from here.
Yep.
For sure. And I know it spanned a number of years when you were shooting this. How long did it take you to complete, I guess, from start to finish?
The film or the surgeries or everything?
Or everything, yeah. I guess everything. I guess everything is kind of compassed into one.
Yeah, let's see. I had my first surgery in 2016. Okay. My second surgery in 2017. I started working on writing this in 2018. Okay. So it has been going on since 2016, 2017. It's been a long process.
Yeah, and when did you complete it?
The film? Oh my gosh. I mean, we just completed it before these festivals.
Wow. I mean, what did it feel like to kind of put an end, I guess, to this project?
I mean, to be honest, it was quite a relief. Okay. But it also, we really want to encourage conversation around inherited predispositions for cancer. So the sooner we could get it out, the better. So, I mean, I'm just so happy. Obviously, it wasn't very soon. It took us a while, but I'm just so happy it's out. It's estimated that 1 in 200 to 400 people worldwide has a BRCA gene mutation, which is a huge
That's a big number.
And most people don't know that this even exists. It's something you can be tested for, things like that. So we're hoping to spread that information. And in some populations, it's actually like 10 times higher. The rate is 10 times higher, like 1 in 20 to 40. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a lot higher. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's It's amazing. Wow. What was the most challenging part about putting this all together? I mean, you were going through so much. So that's challenging. I mean, you're doing with a major health issue. Then documenting over the span of time. What was the toughest part?
That is a really good question. There were so many challenges. I think one of the biggest ones was how important it was to me to get my body on film.
Okay.
And there was sort of a timeline in terms of my surgery. So we had to work around a lot. And there was a while where we thought it wasn't going to happen and we weren't going to get that footage.
I guess, were there privacy concerns? I know there's, there's like HIPAA and, there's
Oh, you know what? We didn't even. I guess we didn't think about that, but it is. Yes, it was my body.
I guess you can maybe send documents saying, "Okay, I request to release these documents for my own diagnosis." But
we actually
but
did.
I know there's also a lot of red tape and things like that.
Yes, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. I haven't talked about this in interviews at all, actually. But there's some of the footage in the mini doc at the end that takes place in my plastic surgeon's office where I'm doing something with my expanders, and we had to go through the hospital to get the okay to use that footage, even though like the nurse wasn't involved, but the room was there, and you could hear her and see her hands. So that was actually a big undertaking. Just the filming myself with our crew was something we didn't have to deal with the hospitals or anything like that to get any sort of approval, but we did have to just deal with the timeline and getting the crew together and getting the location set and all of that.
Yeah, but that also requires some degree of openness from yourself as well. So that's a lot.
Yeah,
but it's important to the story as well. So you're willing to do it.
I think it ended up being one of the, if not the most important scene in the film.
I think you stressed that this has to be shown.
Yeah, I think it's important to see, what it looks like when you're actually going through it, and it was such a challenge.
Yeah. So before you came in here, I guess you've been making the rounds at all festivals, so it's gotten to a lot of festivals. How many times has it screened so far? Do you have a count?
So far, let's see. So far, we were at Heartland Film Festival. That's where we did our world premiere. We were at Omaha Film Festival. We are now here at Garden State, but we are at the same time. My other producer is at Annapolis Film Festival right now with the film, and then we have some coming up. We're going to be at Phoenix Film Festival next weekend. We'll be at World Fest. We have a bunch coming up. We're really excited.
That's amazing. How's the reception been so far?
I cannot tell you how incredible it is to have people in the audience saying, well, they say multiple things. One thing is, I have this mutation, and I'm so grateful that there's something out there that's helping me navigate, which makes us feel incredibly grateful that we did this. Or people who come up to us and say, "Oh my gosh, I have friends with this. I didn't know, all of the details about it." So I think the biggest shock and the greatest takeaway is that this really is pervasive in our society, and people aren't talking about it.
No one's talking about this except for you.
And Angelina tried.
Angelina Jolie.
She tried, yeah.
People didn't really listen to that message, but
they were too busy talking about her boobs.
Right, but I think people listen to your message as well.
I hope so.
For sure. That's amazing. I can't wait for people to see this.
Thank you.
I thank you for putting your journey. It couldn't have been easy.
No, it was tough being vulnerable, but again, you hit on it like that. It was important for me to show the vulnerability because that's what I think gets the message across, and that's what the rest of everyone who's going through this is dealing with it, and we hopefully can become a strong group. We can come together. We all have to go through that vulnerability and the super weird decisions you have to make in this scenario.
For sure. Is this your first time at Garden State?
Yes.
Okay.
But I went to Princeton, so I'm in New Jersey. I was in New Jersey for 4 years for college. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
But it's my first time at the film festival.
Right. Okay. This is a great one. I think you're. Hopefully you're having a great time already.
It's been so much fun so far, and I cannot wait for karaoke. We were just talking about that before.
If you know me, I like karaoke. So.
Are you going to be there?
If I'm not there, I'll be setting it up somewhere. That's how it works.
Amazing.
Yeah. If something doesn't exist, you create it yourself.
Yes.
So
More karaoke.
Not that I'm creating karaoke, but I'm facilitating it. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, welcome to the Garden State Film Festival.
Thank
This is
you.
definitely, I've been to a lot of festivals. This is one of my favorites. You're going to be inspiring and touching a lot of people. Here at the fest, though, you're going to be meeting, I'm sure you've met plenty of fellow filmmakers.
Yes.
A lot of them are very inspiring.
There are so many inspiring films here. At the event last night, we saw trailers of almost all the films that were showing
great.
here.
So I love I'm going to see that one.
We're
writing down
Me too.
venues and times. And sometimes the actors are always like, oh, there's the guy from that one trailer. It's pretty cool.
And it's surprising how many actors are also producers or the filmmakers of the film.
I mean, independent film. You wear many, like you said, you yourself, you wear many hats because that's what you need to do to get it done.
Yes.
But it's important in the filmmaking process. You learn so much. So.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm usually just an actress,
There's
and so
no such thing as just an actress.
but that's what I do. That's what I've done. My whole life.
Without
so it's very
actresses,
strange.
there are no films.
Well, I was just gonna say just an actress in terms of the film, right?
I know.
I thank you for being nice about that, though. I really
no. I'm just
but
giving you some credit.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's been really interesting being on the other side of the camera. I learned so much.
It's amazing. Did I leave anything else or anything else you wanted to mention?
Gosh, I don't know. I think that's it. I'm just so happy to be here. This is a great festival.
Yeah, definitely check it out. So,
Sunday, BK21 is the block, 11:45 a.m. at the Berkeley Kingsley Ballroom.
Yeah, right here. Can't wait for everybody to see it. And so, lastly, the first time you saw it in an audience with people you didn't know watching it, what was that like?
It was very strange to show something that had been so private for me for so many years to an audience, and it also felt incredibly liberating.
Okay.
Incredibly liberating. Oh, and I should say also we have our cast is amazing. We have Leslie Ann Warren, Barry Bostwick, Jamie King. I always forget to mention our incredible cast when I'm talking about all this stuff.
People you may or may not have heard of. Chances are you've heard of one, if not all of those people. So that's amazing. Let's delve into that real quick. How were you able to secure such a great cast?
I love this story. So I've been acting since I was young. I'm from LA.
Yeah.
And one movie that I did, I played Leslie Ann Warren's daughter when I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
And I was just all, in awe of her. And I just have always thought she was amazing. And we reached out to her and she was interested. I think this subject matter really brings people in.
Yeah.
And she was the first one who came on, and we were so grateful. And her performance is to die for. That's how it all started.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So, sometimes you just gotta reach out and ask.
Yep.
And it makes it a little easier if you work together.
Yes.
That's why you go.
Although I don't know if she remembered me. I was very little. I did not have a very big part.
Yeah. But still, that's why you go and do everything. You never know who you're gonna meet,
exactly.
who you may need or ask to be in something you work on later on. So that's amazing. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
So love Danielle.
Yep.
Garden State Film Festival, Berkeley Kingsley on Sunday, my friends. Come and check it out. Thank you so much for sitting down with me and talking about your film. And I'm so glad to see you here at the film festivals. Again, one of my favorites. So I love seeing cool people here and cool filmmakers. So congratulations.
Thanks so much.
GSFF.org. Everybody check it out. That the schedule's on there. Ticket info is on there. Maps are on there. All the events are on there. Or just come down to the Berkeley Hotel. Tickets are open now. You can buy them in person. Check out one film. Check them all out. Come hang out with us. But the weekend.
Come hang out with me.
Come hang out. Yes. Come hang out with all of us. Weekend's just started, everybody. You have plenty of time to get down here and come say hello. But if you can't get down here, or maybe you're coming down later, we'll be streaming all weekend with all the amazing filmmakers. Stay tuned because we're not done yet. We're just getting started. I'll see you guys soon. GSFF.org. Welcome back, Garden State Film Festival. Thank you so much.
Thank you.